You know that feeling when you have a brilliant idea? I mean, a real game changer you're absolutely sure is going to be a massive hit, only to watch it just fizzle out? It happens all the time. But why? Well, we're about to dive into the single biggest step that most of us completely miss.
It is such a frustrating question, isn't it? You see these amazing products, these super smart teams pouring tons of work into projects that ultimately just go nowhere. Nobody uses them, they don't fix the real issue, and they just, well, they fail.
But here's the thing. The answer usually isn't about a lack of talent or money or resources. Nope. It's something way more fundamental. It's this simple, common trap that pretty much everyone falls into right at the very beginning.
And that gets us to the absolute heart of this whole thing. We have to uncover the foundation for any successful project. Before we even think about building, before we sketch a single wireframe, we've got to understand the why. We have to find that core problem.
I mean, this quote right here just nails it. Understanding the core problem isn't just, a nice thing to do. It is the single most critical step. It's the whole reason your solution even needs to exist. Without it, you're basically building a house on thin air.
So what in the world is a core problem? Well, it's not what you think people need. It's the real, genuine, nitty-gritty challenge they're actually facing. Their actual frustrations, their pain points, what they really need but don't have. The key here is that it's based in reality, something you discover, not something you just assume during a meeting.
And this right here perfectly shows the danger. You could spend months designing the most elegant, the most efficient, the most beautiful key in the entire world. But if it's for the wrong lock, it's completely worthless. All that time, all that effort and creativity, yep, wasted.
Okay, so how do we avoid building a key for the wrong lock? We have to start thinking like a doctor. We have to learn to tell the difference between a symptom and the actual underlying illness.
It's such a great way to think about it, right? If you go to a doctor coughing, a good one isn't just going to give you some cough syrup and push you out the door. No way. They're going to ask questions, run some tests. They're trying to figure out why you're coughing. Is it a common cold? Allergies? Something more serious? The cough is just the symptom.
And in our world, in the world of creating things, we hear stuff like this constantly. A user says, you know what? This interface is confusing. And your first instinct is to jump right in and start changing button colors and fonts, isn't it?
But wait a minute, hold on. That complaint, it's confusing, that's just the tip of the iceberg. It's the cough, it's the symptom, not the actual root cause. It's where our investigation starts, not where it ends.
Okay, check this out, because this breakdown is so helpful. A user might complain, this whole process just takes too long. That's the symptom. But the real root cause could be that the workflow is way too complicated. Or they say, I'm confused by the interface. Well, the root cause might be a messy information layout, or no clear visual guide for their eyes. See the difference? We have to dig way deeper than what they first say.
So really, it boils down to this three-step mental process. You start by hearing the symptom, what they're saying out loud. Then you analyze the frustration behind it, what they're feeling. And that's what leads you to uncover the true root cause, what they actually need.
All right, so when you do this hard work up front and you really nail down that core problem, the payoff is just enormous. It gives you this incredible, powerful focus.
It's kind of like this visual. The fog just completely lifts. When everyone on your team is 100% aligned on the one true problem you're trying to solve, every single decision gets easier. Those endless debates about features and design choices, they start to fade away, because now you have a crystal clear filter for every single idea.
And the benefits are just huge. I mean, every decision is aligned. Your whole team stays focused, and you avoid that dreaded feature creep where you just keep adding stuff. And maybe the best part? You have a rock-solid, compelling story to tell about why your solution really, truly matters.
It all comes down to this, one clearly defined, deeply understood core problem. That single thing becomes your North Star. It's the one guiding principle for the entire project.
So, let's turn this back to you for a second. Think about a project you're working on right now, or maybe a challenge you're facing, or even just an idea that's been kicking around in your head.
Before you jump into building the solution, before you get all excited about the how, just pause. Seriously, take a breath. And ask yourself again and again, why? Why is this a problem? Why does it really matter? Why does anyone actually need this? So I'm going to leave you with this one last question. Take a hard look at what you're working on right now.
Are you just treating a symptom? Putting a Band-Aid on a cough? Or are you truly digging in and solving the real problem? Because finding the answer to that, well, that could be the difference between another idea that fizzles out and a real, lasting success.